I haven't played RuneScape in 15 years. Now I'm seeing just how much we can accomplish on an Ironman with no guides and no help whatsoever. Just me, figuring it all out the hard way. This is Bald and Blind. In the previous episode, we did the Porcine of Interest quest to unlock Spria and drain our village, hoping she could give us a new Slayer task, because Vonica hit us with Shades, which we literally can't even access yet. I figured we could juggle tasks from different Slayer Masters, but yeah, no, apparently that's not a thing. Thankfully, Spria mentioned her dad, Turiel, can reset tasks, so we went to him and got assigned dogs. We had no clue where dogs even were, so we moved on to the next quest on our list, Hazil Cult, and ended up dealing with some Ardoin politics, and happened to also run into some dogs while we were in Ardoin. But anyway, now that we've finished that quest, let's go ahead and continue our Slayer task. I think our goal for this episode will be to complete 5 Slayer tasks in a row without resetting our streak, because that's what we need to do in order to start earning Slayer points for our future tasks. Here are the poor little doggies. I am so sorry to have to do this, but here we go. Level 10 Slayer can now kill cave crawlers. Okay, well, we've only killed 4 dogs, and they're doing quite a bit of damage. We've already wasted 2 cakes. Nope, bad doggy. If maybe we can get them with ranged or magic over this little barrier right here, kind of like we did with goblins before and cows. And our ranged and magic levels are also way lower than our attack, strength, and defense. So I think we should do that anyway, just to try to even them up. I think we'll go with ranged, since it is the lowest level one. It's 27, while magic is 33. And let's see if we can get those dogs from over this barrier. Yup, perfect. There we go. That is our first Slayer task done. Completed 1 task, and we'll need 4 more before you start receiving Slayer points. Return to a Slayer Master. The only thing these guard dogs dropped were bones, so nothing interesting there. I was gonna get started on our next quest, but I think we should go ahead and train Slayer maybe a little bit more, since one of our goals is to get all of these skills to level 20 anyway. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's go to a Slayer Master and see if the task we're gonna get is something that we even know where to find. Or if we're gonna get another Shades situation. We foolishly thought that we could get Slayer tasks from multiple Slayer Masters at the same time, and then pick and choose which one we want to work on. But now that we know that that doesn't work, I think the Slayer Master we're gonna go with is the Drain Our Village Slayer Master. Since we have a quick teleport here, we can just teleport to Lumbridge and then run over here. The Birthorpe Slayer Master is a little out of the way, but at least now we know we can go to him if we get a task that we can't do. But he did tell us it resets our streak, which was fine with the Shades because our streak was 0 anyway. Our streak is just 1 now, so it's not really a streak, but we don't want to just keep starting over, right? And for that reason, we're not going to use the Edgeville Dungeon Master Vonica for now. Maybe until we've explored more of the world and discovered more things, because he's the asshole that gave us Shades anyway. Hey Spria, we are here for a new task. Please don't pull a Vonica and give us an impossible task. Please. Let's see what it is. Drumroll, please. You're doing great. Your new task is to kill 16 bats. Fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen a bat in this game. Where are bats? I've seen rats, not bats. Got any tips for me? Bats are rarely found on the ground, so you'll have to fight them while they're airborne, which won't be easy with melee. That's fine, we can use our bow and arrow, but where are they found exactly? Can you tell us? Nope, of course not. Yeah, that's fantastic. I don't think I've seen a bat before, and we just started our bestiary in the previous episode, so the only things we have on it are sour hogs and dogs. Guard dogs, specifically. Actually, you know what? Can we go talk to her dad and have him give us a new task? Like he did with the Shades? I know we said we don't want to keep resetting our streaks, which makes sense, but our task streak right now is only 1, so it's not a big deal. I could just get on with doing quests until we come across a bat, but I really feel like training Slayer for some reason. Let's see if her dad can give us a new task, and then I guess we'll just have to reset this streak. Hey Turiel, your daughter gave us a dumb task that we don't know how to do. Please help us out. You're still hunting bats, you have 16 to go, come back when you finish your task. Your bias is showing, Turiel, because he got rid of Vonica's task for us and gave us a new task. But now that this task was assigned by his daughter, of course I'm guessing he doesn't want to upset her, so he's forcing us to do her task. Well, that's fine, whatever. I guess we'll just get on with our next non-grayed out quest, and then once we come across bats at some point, then we'll be able to do this task. Actually, you know what? Screw that. I'm not satisfied with having gotten 2 tasks and only being able to have done one of them, which was the dogs and the Shades we didn't know how to do. And now we also have bats, which we're gonna put off again until we find bats? No. So you know what? We're gonna look for bats. bats would probably be in caves. I can't think of any cave. But maybe also dungeons work. And then maybe also some creepy areas maybe would have bats flying around. I don't expect to see bats within major cities. Like, I don't expect to see a bat flying around in Falador or in Varrock, but maybe bats are on the outskirts of those cities, or maybe in some creepy areas. Oh, you know what? Maybe Draenor Manor. That makes sense to me. There's a bunch of creepy looking trees over there, and a creepy mansion. Maybe there are bats over there. That'll be our first spot that we'll check for bats. This definitely looks like a place where bats would be, so let's look around. Okay, no bats yet, but there is this new farming patch that we have not seen, so let's add that one to our notes. Okay, nope, not a single bat outside other than these bats on the walls up here on the manor itself. Maybe inside? I do see ghosts up here, so let's go ahead and add those to our bestiary. Perfect, let's continue searching. Okay, nope, nothing in or around this manor at all. Which is kind of disappointing, because I was pretty sure there would be a bat there. It's very fitting. Let's check the map and see if we have any other ideas. There is this dungeon over here. We already know that's where we found Sour Hog, so don't think there's bats there. You know what, let's go check, just in case. Just in case bats show up after you complete the quest. Maybe during the quest there's only a Sour Hog in there, but... Oh, there are a bunch of Sour Hogs down here now. We don't have our protective goggles, so I don't want to venture into this cave looking for bats and then just get spit on by all these Sour Hogs. We do have this dungeon over here, which is actually right next to Spria, so maybe it would make sense for her to tell us to kill a bat, and they're literally right next to her, so let's check. Okay, open trapdoor. Actually, you know what? I really have no idea what to expect down here, so maybe 2 cakes is not enough. Let's grab some more food real quick. Alright, let's check what's down here. Please be bats. Please. Zombie. They're not attacking us. That's good. Let's add these zombies to our bestiary, actually, because I don't think we've ever seen a zombie before. Okay, let's keep looking. Please let us find some bats. Skeletons. Okay. Ruanton? Who's this? I don't think he's on our NPC list. Let's check. Nope, he's not on our list, so we will add him. Why are you down here? This is where I belong, being such as myself cannot abide in the light. Can I use your anvil? Of course you may. I have very little use for it nowadays. Thanks, I guess. Okay, so, he's weird. I don't know what his story is, but let's keep looking. More zombies. Zombie. There is a ladder down here. Before I do that, though, just gonna add skeletons to our bestiary, because I did see skeletons over here, too. Okay, let's go up this ladder. I have no idea where this could lead. Oh, shoot. So there's 2 entrances to this dungeon, through here and through here. Okay. I don't know if we ever saw any bats here. I know I saw a bunch of goblins and spiders. Oh, there's this dungeon. Let's try that one. Okay, no bats, but just a bunch of giant spiders and small spiders. So we're gonna add those to our bestiary. Even though I know that they're here, I'm just gonna add them anyway. Okay, here's that dungeon. Let's go down there. Open trapdoor. Trapdoor is locked. Huh, let's examine. Oh, there's a pick lock option. Sure, pick lock. Oh, there we go. It's open. We have 6 cakes and a chicken, so hopefully we'll be okay. Let's go. Huh? You have completed an easy task in the Lumbridge and Draenor area. What task did we complete? Enter the Ham hideout. Ham? I've heard that name before. Ham. Where have we heard that name? I remember we were looking for something that had to do with ham. I don't remember for what. And these are ham guards. Can we talk to them? Okay, interesting. So all these people are just fed up with monsters and they want to just eradicate monsters from this world. Well, good luck. Search this crate. Huh? Okay, well, let's explore this hideout for a little bit. See what's going on over here. Oh, there's a lot of them. And there's this guy just preaching up here. Ham member. Pickpocket ham member. Oh, that's what we were looking for them for. Yes. One second. This. Yes. There we go. When we got level 15 thieving, we unlocked the ability to pickpocket ham followers, and I was looking for where they could possibly be, and we searched for HAM on the world map, didn't find anything, so now we found them. We will add that to our notes so that the next time we want to train thieving, we can come pickpocket these ham followers. Since they're a higher level option than farmers, so it should be better XP, and we said we want to explore all the various training methods of every skill that we do, so good to know. So we have ham member and ham guard. and Ham Deacon, a deacon in the Humans Against Monsters group. Oh, that's what it stands for. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, they were talking about how much they hate monsters, so Humans Against Monsters, okay. So let's add these to our list, the members, guards, and the deacon. Even though we can't speak to the deacon, but you never know. Anyway, let's keep searching around, maybe there's something else interesting. Jimmy the Chisel. Can't talk to him and can't get in the door, but we will add him to our list. Another new NPC, Johannes Olsbrecht. Okay, no bats, but I am so glad that we checked down here. We got a few new NPCs added to our list, and we now know where Ham members, followers, whatever, are for the next time we need to train thieving. Okay, still no bats though, so I really don't know where to check. Maybe we'll check the swamp. There is also a dungeon over here, so... Okay, here's that dungeon. Climb down dark hole. Okay. You will need a rope. Makes sense. Okay, let's go grab a rope. Oh. Let's talk to this guy. Candle seller? Do you want a lit candle for 1,000 gold? والله جد انت تفكرني حمار. I'm sure انه you think اني حمار. Definitely. Look, you're not gonna be able to survive down that hole without a light source. Good to know. So you could go off to the candle shop to buy one more cheaply. Thank you for being honest. You could even make your own lantern, which is a lot better. Well, why is it better? But I bet you want to find out what's down there right now, don't you? And you can pay me 1,000 gold for the privilege. You're not gonna convince me. We don't have the money to just throw 1,000 gold on a candle. How do you make lanterns? I mean, yeah, he did say lantern is better, so... Out of glass. The more advanced lanterns have a metal component as well. I think we should add that to our notes. Firstly, you can make a simple candle lantern out of glass. It's just like a candle, but the flame isn't exposed, so it's safer. Safer in terms of what? So we don't burn ourselves? Then you can make an oil lamp, which is brighter but has an exposed flame. But if you make an iron frame, you can turn it into an oil lantern. Okay, so that would make it not exposed anymore. Cool. Finally, there's the bullseye lantern. You'll need to make a frame out of steel and add a glass lens. Once you've made your lamp or lantern, you'll need to make lamp oil for it. The chemist near Remington has a machine for that. Okay, let's add that to our notes too. For any light source, you'll need a tinderbox to light it. Keep your tinderbox handy in case it goes out. Makes sense, you need a tinderbox to light it, yeah. But if all that's too complicated, you can buy a candle right here for 1,000 gold. Not doing it, nope. I'd rather curse the darkness. Okay, so we learned a lot and added a lot to our notes about lamps and lanterns and bullseye lanterns and, lamp oil. And let's go to the bank to get a candle, because I do remember actually that we bought a candle when we were trying to figure out the Elemental Workshop book issue. I think we bought a candle and then lit the candle and tried to use the flame on the book. And he did say to bring a tinderbox in case the flame goes out, so we got our tinderbox. And I know he did say a lantern is safer because the flame isn't exposed, but I mean, we're adults, okay? I think we can handle not burning ourselves with a candle, so I think we'll be okay. I forgot to grab a rope. A maze? Yeah, sure. I like free stuff. 70%, okay. I don't know if that's good or not, but let me know in the comments, actually. I'd be curious to know what your guys' best percentage is on that maze. Okay, we got 30 iron arrows, 156 death runes, and 118 steel arrows. Not bad. Oh god, we were out of rope. I said last time that we needed to go buy some more from that guy in Draenor Village, and I forgot. Actually, can we make rope? Maybe? Oh, we don't have the crafting level for it. And we need yak hair. Okay, don't even know where to get that. So never mind. Let's go to Draenor Village and buy a rope. We actually have more money than I thought we did. Oh, well, the past couple quests we've done have rewarded us with coins, so that's good, actually. Because we were running pretty low. What the fuck is this guy doing? Alright, after a whole bunch of running around, we now have rope, and we have the candle, and the tinderbox, and so let's hopefully find some bats in here. That is really dark, despite the candle. What's the point of a candle if I can't see? Okay, I literally can't see anything on my screen. I mean, I can see the minimap. Maybe I should adjust my brightness. No, my brightness is maxed out. Okay. I mean, I could see on the minimap. I could kind of see where we're going. I see a bunch of yellow dots. Okay. Let's check on here. No text anywhere. Oh, giant frogs. Okay. Some fishing spots over here and here. And this giant cave. So, seems like a perfect place to have some bats. So, let's look around. What the hell is this? What is the... Hello? What the... Jeez, excuse me. Okay, let's... I think we have food. Okay, cave bug. Let's add that to our bestiary real quick. Alright. See some more yellow dots down here. Cave slime, more cave bugs, frogs. Okay. This is kind of annoying how dark it is and I can't really see, but I'm just using the minimap to navigate. So cave slimes, that's new. Added those. More cave slimes, frogs, more cave bugs. No bats yet. Your candle flares brightly. What the? What just happened? What? I literally can't see anything. And I can't even use the minimap anymore. Our candle just exploded. Oh god, is that giant hand grabs your head? Okay, fantastic. That's no good. Oh, hold on. I'm an idiot. There we go. I don't know why I didn't just relight the candle. That's, that was... that was kind of scary. Okay, so that's what he meant by a candle is safer, I guess? Because it just exploded. Yeah, here, your candle flares brightly, the swamp gas explodes. Alright, that wasn't a crazy amount of damage. It was mostly that hand thing. I mean, the candle exploding did like, I don't know, what was that, like maybe around 10, 12 damage? We still have 3 cakes left. But the hand grabbed us again when we couldn't even see because it was pitch black. So let's keep looking around. We were going this way. Let's try to be quick so that I'm guessing this candle's on a timer. It's not! No, it flares brightly again! No! Okay, light it. Okay. Okay, no, yeah, it's definitely not on a timer. I think it's just based on certain areas of the cave, because both times that we ran here, the candle exploded. I don't think it's a coincidence. So let's go a different way. Let's go up this way. Cave crawler, that's new. Let's add that to our bestiary. Rock slug. Okay, that's new. Okay, for the music track being called Cave of the Goblins, we finally see some goblins here. Cave goblins. Talk to cave goblin? No, don't hurt us. I'm not gonna hurt you. Can we fight them? I kind of feel bad because they said don't hurt us, so we won't do that. Okay, down here. Oh, we're wrapping back around to where the candle exploded. No thanks. Oh my god, this hand is so annoying. It's even worse because I can't see where I'm going. We are running out of food, so maybe we should get out of here, actually. Well, we basically explored the whole cave, except for... Candle flares blight. Oh no, shit, no, 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 no. Light the candle, quickly. Okay. Not gonna go that way, Nope. Okay, so the candle also blew up over there. Okay, let's be very careful here. We literally don't have any food left. Okay, hold on. Pause. We got here without the candle exploding, somehow. I still don't know if it's random, but I don't think it's coincidence that we ran over here twice and it blew up twice. And now up here somewhere it also blew up. So let's go back the way we came, which is this way. And then I think we came from down here. We came like this, all the way up. Okay, let's do that, because we gotta get out of here. Okay, here we go. There's the exit. Oh my god, this hand. Ya Allah. متقل دمك يا زلمة. مزنخك. خلاص. Okay, climb up. Please get me out of here. So, that wasn't very fun. Okay, so 2 things. We need a lantern to cover this flame so it doesn't keep exploding while we're in there exploring the dungeon. And we need a whole bunch of food because those hands keep popping out of the walls and grabbing us. So let's go get some more food and then let's make a lantern, I guess. He said we can make it out of glass, and then higher level lanterns or lamps need have a metal frame. So make it out of glass, I'm guessing. So crafting. Oh, here, candle lantern level 4, oil lamp 12, oil lantern 26. So our crafting level is 28, so we can make all of these actually. But how do we make glass? Yeah, so according to my notes, in episode 16, the crafting tutor taught us about glass blowing. So let's go talk to him again and get some more information about that, since we have to come up here anyway and get food. Here we go. Glass blowing seems to be a popular trade. You can forge molten glass from some sand and soda ash. Okay, I don't know where to get sand. I mean, a beach, maybe? There's a few beaches and shores that we've seen, right? Have we? Karumja and soda ash. I don't know where to get that. Anyway, let's get some more food first. Nope, we are basically out of food. We have 4 salmon, a chocolate cake. Okay, so we are out of food, and we don't know where to get sand or soda ash to make the glass candle lantern. So let's see where else we can look for these bats. There is this dungeon over here in Varrock. There's also this dungeon in Edgeville. There's also this dungeon. There's also this dungeon in Barbarian Village. This dungeon over here, well, it's just a dwarven mine, but maybe there's bats down there. We also have this dungeon over here. We have a dungeon over here, south of Taverley. I mean, so we have a few options to check. Actually, wait, no, that could get dangerous. We don't really have the food to be searching dungeons and stuff, especially if we have another incident like the Lumbridge Swamp dungeon. So let's go to Ardoin and get some more cakes first, and then we'll continue exploring the dungeons. And since we're passing by here, we'll just do our usual composting and raking, since it is our only source of farming XP at the moment. Level 9 farming. Can now grow guam leaf. That's fantastic. If we can ever figure out where to get seeds for it, I guess we can start growing those and training Herblore, because our Herblore is still stuck at level 3. Actually, we have gotten a guam leaf before, and I just checked my notes to see where we got it, and we got it as a drop from an air elemental. So if we really needed to train Herblore and we don't get our hands on any seeds, then I guess we could just go kill a whole bunch of air elementals to get the guam leaves to train Herblore with. Maybe this candle maker sells a candle lantern? Nope, just candles, never mind. Actually, you know what? Even though I like cakes because they heal 12 in one inventory spot, it would have been useful when we were exploring the Lumbridge dungeon and probably some other dungeons too, to have the food heal more per bite rather than it healing like 4, because we were taking some pretty big damage. And maybe in some of these other dungeons we might be taking some big damage too. So instead of going to Ardoin and getting some more cakes, maybe we should fish for some more higher level food so we can get stuff that heals more per bite. Like tuna, for example. We've eaten tuna before, and let me check my notes to see how much it healed. 10. So tuna healed 10. So we have rainbow fish, but we need stripy feathers. I don't know what those are. Cave eel. Don't know where to find them. I'm assuming caves, but what cave, I don't know. We have tuna right here. Lobsters, okay, with a lobster pot. And when we spoke to Grandpa Jack, he gave us some solid advice and said to try fishing in Catherby. And we said we would try that next time because, as you can see here, all these fishing spots are very close to this bank. Closer than any other fishing spot we've used. So let's go see what we can fish from these fishing spots. Maybe we can get lobsters or tuna or whatever it is. I mean, it's very close to a bank, so... Small net, bait, okay. Big net, harpoon. Okay, so harpoon, that's tuna, right? Small net, bait, big net, harpoon. Cage, harpoon again, cage. Okay, I'm guessing that's the lobsters. Cage, harpoon again. There is this fishing shop over here too, so let's buy a lobster pot from him. And when we were exploring Catherby, we actually spoke to this guy, and he said that he would pay us a good price for any raw fish that we have. We won't be selling our raw fish now because we need food, obviously. So, just something to keep in mind for later in case we ever are tight on money. We could always just fish and then sell to him. Alright, let's go cook these lobsters. Level 20 fire making. Can now burn oak pyre logs and use iron spits. And we just unintentionally completed our goal for another skill, so fire making is off the list now. Okay, we burnt about a third of our lobsters, which isn't ideal, but it's not too bad, I guess. But the cooking tutor did tell us about like 17,000 episodes ago that you burn more on a fire as opposed to a range. So let's see if there is a range somewhere around here. That'd be ideal. Oh wow, I am not only bald, but I'm literally blind. I'm an idiot. There's a cooking range right here. So we will use that for our next batch of lobsters. But let's just go take some damage somewhere and see how much this lobster heals. Okay, killed that wolf without really taking much damage. I know there's a giant wolf around here somewhere though. Let's look for him. We usually try to avoid him, but we actually need him this time. There he is. Big wolf. Hi, doggy. Okay, that's enough of that. He's tough. 12? Okay, that's good. That's even more than Stu. So, yeah, Stu sucks. This should be good. We have a little over 100 lobsters. And we also got a beginner clue scroll. We haven't done a clue scroll in a while, so I'm just itching to do one. So let's go ahead and knock this one out real quick. Let's see what our first clue is. Buried beneath the ground, who knows where it's found? This is a hot and cold clue. We have done plenty of these before, and we learned that we can bank this orb at around episode maybe 9 or 10. We've dug at 5 different locations, so let's see if this is one of those 5 or another new location. Ice cold, okay. Actually, let's just do our quick composting and raking, and then we'll continue with this clue scroll. Level 10 farming, basically all from making compost and raking weeds. Can now grow red berry bushes. Oh, Sergeant Damien, do you have another collection log item for us, please? A lamp? I did not want a lamp. Oh god, okay. For those of you that are unaware, we still have these lamps because I promised that I would not use them until we tried every skill in the game, which we're actually very close to. The only one we haven't tried is Hunter, so we should probably do that soon. Oh, and it says we also unlocked the push-up, star jump, jog, and sit-up emotes. Sit-ups, push-ups, star jumps, and jogging. Anyway, let's get on with this clue. So it's ice cold, but it's getting warmer as we move east, so I'm gonna keep going east. It's still very cold and getting warmer as we move east, so we can rule this location out. We know it's not there, which I think this was the newest location that we found. This is the place where we dug for our very first hot and cold clue. Feels like forever ago. And we got a casket. Already? One clue? I think this is our 24th beginner clue scroll, and I don't know that we've ever finished one with just one clue, so I really enjoy clue scrolls, so that's a little faster than I would have liked, but it's okay. Maybe we'll get another clue scroll soon. Anyway, should we go ahead and open this casket and see what's in it? Yeah, let's go ahead and open it. I can't wait, and I don't know when we're gonna get the next clue scroll, so okay, let's go. Bismillah. Let's see. That's disappointing. 5 coins. We got leather vambraces. Very good. And now that we have food, let's continue with our search for bats. We said we were gonna check this dungeon over here, and then another dungeon close by would be this one in Barbarian Village. Okay, here is this Varrock dungeon. Is this enough food or is it overkill? I can't remember what's down here. I know we came down here for the, I can remember the name of the quest. Demon Slayer. That's what it was. Trotters. What is this, a cat? Who are these NPCs? They are actually not on our list, so let's go ahead and add them. Okay, well, they don't want to talk to us. They just called us a weirdo, so let's just search down here, look around for bats. I see a bunch of rats. Coins? Don't mind if I do. Whoops. Historian Aldo. Who is this? What's through those broken bars? Well, my intrepid friend, through those broken bars lies a most remarkable discovery. I named it Scurious, the Rat King. Rat King? It's a magnificent creature of evolution forged by the unwitting contributions of adventurers who entered its cave. It absorbed their combat abilities, transforming into an obscene monster. Sounds kind of terrifying. Your victory awaits, I'm sure. I shall observe your progress with interest. For science, you know. If you happen to come across Scurious's spine, please bring it to me. I can use them to craft a potent bone weapon, which will aid you when battling the Rat King. You can create the weapons yourself, provided you have the required expertise and appropriate materials. If you don't want a bone weapon, I can also trade you a lamp I found during my research. One for every Scurious spine you bring me. Okay, interesting. So through these broken bars, there's a Rat King? Let's go check it out. Oh, what the hell is that? No. Nope. Level 250. Are you serious? No, thank you, no. Seems interesting. Good to know. But, yeah, that's a little bit maybe too high of a level. 250? Jeez. Speaking of Rat Kings and bosses, is that in the combat achievements? Bosses? What do you say? Scurious? What was the name? Scurious, right here. Scurious is a boss found within the Varrock sewers. Yes, we know. It attacks with melee, ranged, magic, and special. Immunities, venom, slayer categories, rat. Oh, it has other rats fused into its back. That's so interesting and disgusting. So it does have easy combat achievements, which one of our chapter 2 goals is to complete half of the easy combat achievements. So we will have to do this at some point soon. Kill Scurious once, okay. Finish off Scurious with a Rat-Bane weapon in a private instance. Rat-Bane weapon, I'm guessing that's like what this historian over here was talking about. So we need to get a spine from Scurious and bring it to him, and then he'll make the weapon, and then we kill Scurious again with that weapon. Okay. Anyway, let's continue exploring. We're looking for bats, not rats. More zombies. Good to know. Scorpions. Okay. Of course, there are a bunch of rats down here. makes sense, since it's the home of the Rat King. Only a sharp blade can cut through this sticky web. That's unfortunate. We don't have a weapon. We have our bow with us. So we can't even continue through here. There's a knife right there. If only I could reach that. Okay, next dungeon for us to search. I guess this one in Barbarian Village. Okay, let's climb down this. You squeeze through the hole and find a ladder a few feet down, leading into the Stronghold of Security. I've heard of that before. I think that was in our notes. Hold on. Yeah, I have it down here under Transportation NPCs that Count, Check, and Lumbridge can teleport us to Stronghold of Security, and that it contains puzzles and combat. Oh yeah, when we were doing Dragon Slayer, we found a security book or something that told us about this place. I've been meaning to come here, just never got around to it, so I guess here we are. Search Dead Explorer, that's great. You find a book of handwritten notes. He also mentioned there was treasure to be had, but no one has been able to wring a word from him about this. He simply flapped his arms and slapped his head. Okay, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Death is everywhere and thus I shall name this place. Okay, so level 4 sounds really scary. All ropes and chains will take you to the start of the level that you're on. Most ladders will simply take you to the level above. The one exception is the ladder in the bottom level treasure room. Okay, so there's treasure at the bottom level. Sounds like we should try that, even though it sounds scary. We have plenty of food. We can always just, I guess, run away. We'll see. Let's just see how it goes. Okay, so we have goblins over here. Wolves. Interesting. A minotaur? I don't think we've ever seen a minotaur, so let's definitely add that to our bestiary. Can I check the map? Oh, okay, that's good. So I'm guessing we're supposed to get to this ladder over here. We can just come through here, 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 here. Okay. What is this? What is the best security step you can take to keep your registered email secured? Oh yeah, the first door told us we're gonna be asked security questions occasionally. Okay. Set up two-factor authentication, yeah. Oh, there's a treasure chest over here. I thought the treasure was on the 4th level. Open? Congratulations, you've been deemed worthy of this reward. You have also unlocked the flap emote. Oh, this. Flap. Achievement Diary stage task, current stage 1? Oh shoot, I just noticed we also got 2,000 coins. What? That's insane. Free money, thanks. Okay, yeah, let's definitely keep going down. Are you sure? Yes, I am sure. If there's money, yeah, definitely. You've completed an easy task in the Varrock area. Enter the 2nd level of the Stronghold of Security. Okay, so I'm guessing we need to get here. What the hell is this? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, what is that? Giant, disgusting flesh crawler. Let's add that to our bestiary. No, leave me alone. I'm not here to fight. I'm just here for treasure, please. More zombies. Uh-oh. This is not a treasure chest. It's a sack of grain. Please don't give me bread. I don't want bread. I'm here for money only, please. 3,000 coins that time. Oh, baby. And unlock the slap head emote. Slap head? Nice. Let's go down another level. Yes. We still have plenty of food, so we should be okay. More spiders. Giant spider, giant spider. What is this thing? Catable pawn? Okay, we will add that to our bestiary. Box of health? Okay, just give me money. I don't want health. 5,000 coins, yeah, habibi! Whoa, okay, so we just got 10,000 coins so far from being down here. That's amazing. Idea emote, okay. I have an idea. Nice, cute. Let's go down to level 4. The one that the book said is very scary. Oh yeah, this looks extremely scary. Level 159 zombie. Oh, okay, that's really scary actually. We need to get here. Okay. Okay. Wait, what are the shades? Oh, here are shades. Why did Vonica tell us they're all the way in Morton, which we can't even reach? He didn't tell us they're down here. Well, actually, thank God he didn't, because they're level 159. I definitely don't think we can fight those. Anyway, let's add those. Shade. Stronghold Security, level 4. More ghosts, level 77. What are these things? Anku. Okay, let's add that as well. Okay, I'm kind of scared. We need to run to that door. Okay. Bismillah, let's go. We have a lot of food. Hopefully they don't hit us for like 7 trillion damage. 2, that's fine. Okay. That was not bad at all. I'm not saying we could take on these monsters over here. I don't think we can. But, at least running past them through the doors wasn't bad. And we added a whole bunch of new things to our bestiary. We didn't really fully explore everywhere though, so there might be even more things down here, but we got a couple new monsters though. How much money is this one gonna be? 10,000 this time, please? You hear a voice in your head of a million dead adventurers. Okay. You may claim these boots. They protect your feet equally, but they look very different. You can return here for more boots at any time or to get replacements if you lose them. Okay, so fancy boots, fighting boots, or fancier boots. Oh, these look like a combination of the two. Yeah, let's do the combination. The little voice said that they protect our feet equally, so I'm guessing they all have the same stats. You have unlocked the stamp foot emote. Are these better than our regular leather boots? I would hope so. Okay, so as far as magic attack and range attack, they are not better, but they have better defensive bonuses, so good to know. Not gonna put them on right now because we are training ranged at the moment, so don't want the negative bonus, but we will definitely use these later on. And who's this? Solston. I can hear you, but I'm not wearing an amulet of ghost speak. Am I dead? I'm not a ghost, I'm a spirit. Why are you here? I came for treasure. I don't have much to offer, but if you happen upon a skull scepter, I could make it stronger. Currently, the scepter is fragile. It breaks once all charges have been used. Show me the treasure, and I could imbue it so it can be recharged with any scepter piece. You, my dead friend, have a deal. So if we happen to find a skull scepter, no idea where, but if we find one, we can bring one to him and he will make it stronger. Okay, and let's get out of here. We still did not find bats. I guess we could check here. I know it's a dwarven mine, but I'm sure there's monsters down there too, because I remember seeing something down there. I don't remember whether it's bats or not. I just realized we skipped the dungeon in Edgeville, so let's go do that one first. We've explored it before, but that was before we had a bestiary, so maybe we did see bats down there, but we weren't really keeping track, so I don't know. Oh yeah, no thank you. So if we go through this gate, we're gonna end up in the wilderness. Not interested at the moment. Alright, still no bats, but we did get hobgoblins and hill giants added to our bestiary. This door is locked. I've exited through this door before though. Last time we came here, I came out through this door. Could this be what that key was for on the ground? Because I have a key like that in the bank, but I didn't know what it was for. This right here, brass key. So were we able to go through this door last time because we had this brass key in our inventory? Oh, okay. Well, alright, well I guess now we know what the brass key that we have in the bank even does. Alright, and now we will head over to the dwarven mine. No bats, yet again. I'm starting to worry that these bats might be somewhere that we can't even access yet. But we did get a new thing added to our bestiary, which was a king scorpion. I don't know what that is, but it was a higher level than the other scorpions. Alright, which dungeon or cave should we explore next? There is this one in Mudskipper Point, which is kind of far away. But before we do that, let's explore this one over here, because it's close to us. South of Taverley. So let's check this one first, and then we'll run down here and check this one. Alright, what is this? Dungeon number 8, maybe? It is pretty big, so hopefully there are some bats around here. I don't have much hope though, because as you can see here, a lot of these areas are labeled. Like this one's blue dragons, chaos dwarves, poison spiders, black demons. Sounds crazy. But I don't see anything that says bats. But we're gonna look anyway, just in case. And like we've been doing in every dungeon, we're just gonna update our bestiary with whatever new things we find. Is that a bat? Oh, and another bat. Hold on. Oh, there's a bunch of bats in here. Beautiful, finally. Okay, these are giant bats. They're actually doing damage. Okay, these are giant bats. I don't know if there are regular bats as well, but I'm sure giant bats also count as bats. Just like the guard dog counted as a dog. I don't remember how many we needed to kill, so let's just go to the bank and grab our enchanted gem or slayer gem or whatever it's called. And in that dungeon, we added 2 new monsters to our bestiary that we saw, which were blue dragons and chaos druids. I can't believe we finally found bats. I'm so excited that we get to do another slayer task. They weren't actually doing a good bit of damage, so I do think we need all this food, if not more. But I am going to try to shoot them through this gate over here and see if that works, just to avoid getting close to them at all. It's not letting me shoot them through the gate, but maybe because they're really far. Oh, there we go. Okay. Nice, perfect. So maybe we don't need all this food after all. Those guard dogs from our previous slayer task only drop bones, so hopefully these bats drop something a little more exciting. Bat bones. Okay, I guess that's a little more exciting than a regular bone. Gives the same XP as a regular bone though, so maybe we'll get some other drops in these other 15 kills. 31 ranged. Can now wield steel crossbows and steel crossbow bolts. 15 Slayer. Can now kill banshees. Alright, we just completed our second Slayer task. We still need to do 3 more before we can start receiving Slayer points. The only drop we got from this Slayer task was, yet again, just bones. Well, bat bones this time, but same thing. Let's get another Slayer task from Spria. Hopefully this time it's something that we've seen and we don't have to spend 17,000 days looking for. Your new task is to kill 14 bears. We did have to find a bear before for bear meat for the Druidic Ritual quest, and we found those bears east of Ardoin. I don't believe we've seen bears anywhere else, so let's head over there and get this task done. But first, let's see if she has any tips for us. Bears are tough and fierce, watch out for their powerful claws. Alright, that's common sense. I was hoping she would tell us what they're weak to or resistant to, kind of like what she did with the Sour Hogs, but I guess not. Is that a bat? Oh, no way, you've got to be kidding me, say wallah. There's bats here? We were right over here! So there are giant bats right over here? Wallah? That's crazy, because we were over here fishing for lobsters, to try to get food for our Slayer task, and if we would have just walked to the west just a little bit, we would have seen the bats right over here, instead of exploring almost every single dungeon on this side of the world. But that's okay, we have this location in our notes now too, and it's not like we searched all those dungeons for no reason. We got a lot of new information out of that, and a lot of money from the Stronghold of Security. Here are the bears, grizzly bears specifically. Let's see if it will let us shoot some arrows at them over the fence. Perfect. Well, I don't know if it's the fence holding him back or the iron rock, but I guess that's another thing we could do. Yeah, we could always just hide behind some of these rocks, so this should be no problem. Please, 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 let these bears drop something other than just bones, please. Okay, we got bear fur, and bones, of course, and raw bear meat. I don't think we really care about the meat, but we'll keep the fur and bury the bones. 32 ranged, 16 Slayer. While I was doing the Slayer task, I was messing around with some stuff, and I just realized I never clicked on the hit points skill, and apparently hit points has a skill guide. I guess I just never thought to click on it because it seemed pretty self-explanatory. Hit points is just the amount of health you have. But there's a lot more information than that on here. A character who reaches 0 hit points has died, will reappear in their chosen respawn location. As with any skill, you will restore 1 missing hit point every minute. But the best way to recover hit points is by eating food. Okay, so all skills, I guess if they get lowered for some reason, get restored by 1 per minute. Okay. Blue hit splats mean no damage. Yeah, we see plenty of those blue 0 hit splats. Green hit splats are poison damage. Teal hit splats are venom damage. Orange hit splats are disease damage. Dark purple hit splats are corruption damage. Okay, so we haven't encountered any of these yet. Poison, venom, disease, or corruption. Interesting. Let me attack another bear while reading this, just to multitask a little bit. Healing? What? This is awesome. It literally tells you how many hit points each piece of food restores. And, I mean, for those of you that don't know, anytime we get new food, we always run off and take damage and then eat the food to see how much it restores. So, this is very beneficial. We've been keeping track of all this in our notes, but I guess we don't really need to keep track of how much different foods heal anymore. We can just look here. Lobster, 12 hit points. Yeah, we already discovered that. But we can just keep going down, down, down. I wonder what's the highest. Oh, so this is interesting. It's not even a set number. It restores 15% of your hit points. Plus 2. And can boost beyond your level. An anglerfish also boosts beyond your level. Anyway, so this is very good to know. Equipment. Okay, so there's some equipment that you actually need certain hit point levels to equip. So yeah, we learned a lot. We learned that we can just delete our food sheet, basically. And we learned that the skills restore 1 every minute. And then all these other types of damage. Poison, venom, disease, corruption, which are green, teal, orange, and purple. Basically anything that's not blue or red is one of these interesting, sound, potentially scary, different types of damage. There we go. 3rd Slayer task done. The only drops we got from these bears were bones, bear meat, and bear fur. But Slayer has been a lot of fun, honestly, and it's been forcing us to explore the world around us and search for these animals, and it's really expanded our bestiary. So let's go to Draenor Village and get another task. Okay, here is Spria. Let's see what she's gonna assign us now. Hopefully it's not something that's gonna make us search the entire world again like those bats. Your new task is to kill 26 scorpions. Okay, we've seen scorpions actually. We saw them earlier in this episode in the Varrock dungeon, in the Stronghold of Security level 3, and in the eastern part of the Dwarven Mines. Let's see if she has any tips for us. Scorpions are almost always poisonous. Okay, that's not good. We were literally just reading about poison in the hit points skill guide a few minutes ago. Their hard carapace makes them resistant to crushing and stabbing attacks. So let's update our bestiary to include what they're resistant to. The poisonous part kind of scares me a little bit. I don't know what we're gonna do about that, so we'll just bring plenty of food, and hopefully that should be okay. Okay, out of the 3 locations we've spotted them in, let's see which one is closest to the bank, just in case we need to run and get food or something. So these Dwarven Mines are kind of far from this Falador bank. Well, they're a little bit closer to this Edgeville bank, actually, okay. And Stronghold of Security I don't think is a good idea, even though it is closer to the Edgeville bank than this Dwarven Mine. But, if you remember, I said we saw the Scorpions on level 3, so we're gonna have to navigate our way through 2 levels of the Stronghold of Security, just to get to the Scorpions, and then do the same to get back out. And then the Varrock dungeon is right here, and it's very close to this bank. I don't remember exactly where they were in this dungeon, but, I mean, I wrote down that I've seen them, so we saw them somewhere. So let's grab a bunch of food and go check the dungeon in Varrock to see exactly where those Scorpions were, and knock out the Slayer task. Okay, we have a whole bunch of food, so hopefully this should be okay and sustain us through the task, especially with the poison that we have to deal with. Oh, here they are. Up here, we have 2 scorpions. Okay, Spria said they're poisonous, so let's try hiding behind something or shooting them over like this little barrier just to avoid getting hit. Oh, that works perfectly. Okay, we don't even need all this food then, so that's good. It doesn't even drop bones? On our second kill, we got an ensouled scorpion head. I could reanimate it with basic reanimation. We have another head in our bank that belongs to something that also said this same thing. Can't remember what it was. A goblin, maybe? 17 Slayer can now kill cave slimes, which we actually got cave slimes added to our bestiary during our search for bats. 33 range. Okay, 4th Slayer task done. That was quick and easy, and we managed to avoid all damage and, most importantly, their poison by just trapping them behind every single one of these barriers, so we didn't even get hit once. The only reason I'm missing a bunch of lobsters is because I ran to the bank to make some room for some more drops. Speaking of drops, these scorpions don't drop any bones at all, which makes sense, but we got 2 ensouled scorpion heads out of this task, and we got a beginner clue scroll, which I did not expect at all and is awesome, because the only thing we've killed that has dropped a beginner clue scroll were goblins and cows. So it's good to find another thing that drops these beginner clue scrolls as well. We did get one from fishing also, but I'm just talking about drops. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Somehow I stopped recording, and I just realized that now, right when I was almost done with the Slayer task, 3 kills left. Anyway, what I had said when I was talking to myself and not recording was that we're gonna go ahead and try to finish our 5th Slayer task, and we're not gonna do the clue scroll yet because we did learn a few episodes ago when we were killing cows that we can hold multiple clue scroll boxes at the same time. So let's see what the Slayer task is. Well, I mean, I already know what it is, but like I said, I wasn't recording, so you guys don't know what it is. But the task is goblins. Beautiful, which was amazing. That was great news. A very easy 5th Slayer task. We have killed over 1,000 goblins already when we were preparing for Dragon Slayer. And the place where we killed about 1,033 goblins was over here. So that's where we're gonna go to do our Slayer task. So let's go finish slaying these goblins, get an easy 5th Slayer task out of the way, and maybe even walk away with even more beginner clue scrolls. We have gotten 16 beginner clue scrolls from the 1,033 goblins that we've killed. So that's about a rate of 1 in 65 almost. And this Slayer task is only for 18 goblins, so we might very well just walk away with the 1 beginner clue scroll that we have now. 18 Slayer. 5th Slayer task done, and we can now start earning Slayer points. Awesome. The drops were just all over the place. Goblins just drop random things, so I will throw those up on the screen when I go back and edit this. But the most notable one is we did get another beginner clue scroll, so we now have 2 beginner clue scrolls in our possession. So now that we're basically Slayer masters ourselves, do we go get another task and earn our first Slayer reward points from a task? Or do we do these 2 clue scrolls without guides or plugins or anything, of course, like everything we do? Or maybe we should jump into our next quest